Hi, Stephen here from Son of a Nation Wave, and this is day 10 of the May Daily Draws. As we start the weekend, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Druidcraft Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. We have the Three of Cups. So this is like a time of celebration or a time of socializing, connecting with others, building relationships. It's about friendships, close relationships, and having fun together and enjoy spending time. It can be to celebrate, but it's just necessarily just to have fun, just to enjoy connecting with one another. And I think part of what we've had recently is about being careful not to be too isolated. Yes, we can walk our path alone. We can be happy and content by ourselves, but not to the point where we isolate ourselves from people that can help, support, and that we too can help and support them. That is an important aspect of relationships, of friendships, so as we begin the weekend, we have a reminder not to shut ourselves off from people that we could connect with and have connected with, and because, I don't know, for whatever reason, we've withdrawn too much. Maybe we need to. We've. Yes, you can go the other way and be not spend enough time by yourself and connecting with yourself. That's the other extreme. But you can swing the pendulum too far the other way, and not connect with anybody else. Particularly for a lot. I mean, that's okay to have a hermit moment where we step aside and we connect with ourselves. We get the inner light and the guidance that we need. Those are fine. Those are good for us. But it's with a sense of purpose we do that. This is more of a long-term sort of thing that we've drifted into, where we don't connect with anybody because, for whatever reason, perhaps out of habit or whatever, or we've just found it easier to do, to be like that. But is it really to our benefit? It might be easier. It might be the easy option. But is it the best option? Is it an option that's really good for us? There is something to be said. We don't have to have sort of like, tens and tens or hundreds and hundreds of friends. It's more quality than quantity. Humans are social beings. Even the most withdrawn and sort of individualistic kind of person that likes to be reclusive, there's an aspect where there needs to be some connection somewhere along the line. Now, you may not agree with that, and you're quite free to disagree with that sentiment. Sometimes I'm quite happy with that feeling, and in other times I miss the connections that I used to have. And sometimes I try and fool myself that I'm okay not having them. And so I carry on, by myself, and pretend that that's enough. I'm enough. And in this one sense, we are enough in ourselves. Self-sufficiency is a good thing. But as I say, everything can be taken to an extreme. And we have to be careful, that we don't cut off relationships that would be helpful to our growth. And also that we don't cut ourselves off from people that may find us a source of help for their growth. It's not all about us. It's not all focused on us. A lot of it, and that's I think that's one of the dangers of swinging towards an extreme of hiding away and not connecting, is that if we're the only person that we're connecting with, then it can become all about us because we're the only ones in the equation. We lose that sense of community, and that it's not all about us, it's about other people too. And there's a danger of losing that if we isolate too much. So I think what this Three of Cups is saying to us is, be careful we don't get to that point. And if we are at that point, it's never too late to begin to rectify it, to reach back out, to reconnect with people, or go and find some new people to connect with if you don't want to reconnect with other people that you used to connect with. If you feel you need to move on, then move on. But move on to something or somebody, somebody else. Some other people, some other connections. Because it's important, as we're talking about bringing something new into our lives, creating the life that we want, and using our creative energies. Sometimes part of that is connecting with other people. And, there's a mutual sort of benefit from connecting with a group of people in that way that will build us all up. As I say, it's a mutual benefit. It's not just about us. And I think sometimes we need to remember that it's not just about us. We're in this world, yes, but we're not in it alone. We may feel alone, but there are people that need us just as we might need them at some point. And that's why we need to build connections. And that's sometimes harder said than done, but it's what we need to be doing. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with there. The Sacred Waters. It's funny that we've got cups, a water card. This is a water element card too. Drunken by the swell of the sea, I can feel the blanket of her embrace, unafraid of the presence, releasing the cords. I call her in, I call her deeply within. To me, the Sacred Waters is about connection, but it's about flowing with our emotions and connecting emotionally with other people, and the sacredness of that, the importance of those connections. And to me, that echoes the meaning of the Three of Cups. Even if it's just connecting by enjoying time spent with each other, connecting with each other, in celebration, in fun. It doesn't have to be any serious, deep, meaningful conversation. Just forming those bonds of friendship, of camaraderie, can be so beneficial to us. So let's do our best to connect with other people in the right way, in a good and conducive way that will help us to grow together, will help us to move forward. That, I believe, is the message of today's cards. Okay, so let's ponder that message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 11. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.